This lesson gives a brief overview to SAP Fiori, the new user interface. If you've used the classic GUI menu in SAP, you'll know that, like in the slide, it can be quite complicated to find a specific transaction in the standard menus, especially for fixed assets, where you have to drill down about 9 levels just to find the different permutations of the standard asset balances report. With Fiori, you can put the most relevant apps on your home page, so with one click you can be in the transaction. You can use Fiori on a desktop, laptop, tablet, and many of the apps can also be used on a smartphone. Fiori is more intuitive than the GUI and just simply easier to use. As soon as you log into the SAP Fiori Launchpad, you'll see transactions shown as tiles or apps, similar to your computer desktop or smartphone, that you just click on once to enter the transaction. Depending on the transaction, especially in accounts payable and receivable, you can already see a lot of information without even opening the app. You can also save different variants inside the app or save the whole app variant as a separate tile. In the example in the slide, I've saved a separate tile using the Display Asset Master worklist, but restricted it to Asset Class 2000 to save time when I want to look only at that asset class. The Launchpad is really user-friendly and allows you to drag and drop apps into the order that you want. You can choose to show the apps by role. You can have a home page with just the most frequently used apps, or you can also create your own groups of apps. You can set many defaults so that you don't need to manually enter them each time you post a document. And you have clever search functions where you can search for everything from one place. In finance generally, there's rarely a one-to-one relationship between a GUI transaction and a Fiori app. However, in asset accounting, there are still a number of apps which have not yet been enhanced, and they still take you to the GUI transaction, albeit in the Fiori environment. For example, creating and editing master data uses GUI transactions such as AS01 and AS02. The fields are the same, and the main difference, apart from the colour, is the top menu. In Fiori, you often have some buttons at the bottom. However, there are many additional tools in Fiori to help you manage the assets, which have no GUI equivalent, such as the Asset Overview and the Display Asset Master worklist. Fiori is mandatory with SAP S/4HANA Cloud, but for on-premise versions of S/4HANA, you can choose to use either Fiori or the classic GUI menus, or, for example, ordinary users might use only Fiori, but the key users and project team may still access the GUI for more specialised transactions and customizing. You can run depreciation reports in both the GUI and Fiori, but the new Fiori apps are easier to manage generally, and in addition to the basic list, you can show the depreciation in charts, drill down into the detail of one asset, filter, sort, group, and add a lot more columns than you can in the GUI.